Hello, welcome to our words of encouragement for Holy Week. I'm standing in my yard, just relaxing on this beautiful spring day. But I want us to think about this week. We're going to kind of walk toward the cross, just as we did yesterday in service for all of us. So I'm going to start at the triumphal entry. As Jesus comes in to Jerusalem, we see the people come out. It says in Matthew chapter 21, it says, they approached Jerusalem from Bethphage to the Mount of Olives. And Jesus sent 2 disciples ahead of them, saying, go to the village ahead, and at once you'll find a donkey tied there. And with her colt by her, untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything to you, say that the Lord needs it, and they'll send them right away. And this took place to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet. Say to daughter Zion, see, your king comes to you gentle and riding on a donkey, and on a colt, and the foal of a donkey. The disciples, they went and they did just as Jesus had instructed them, and they brought the donkey and the colt, and they placed their cloaks on it, and Jesus sat on it. A very large crowd spread their cloaks on the road, and while the others cut branches from the trees, and they spread them on the road, and the crowds went ahead of him. And those that followed shouted, Hosanna, Son of David. Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. When Jesus entered Jerusalem, the whole city was stirred and asked, who is this? This is Jesus, the prophet from Nazareth in Galilee. It's amazing to me, people still desire to come and see Jesus. They desire to come and see his love lived out in a way that only you and I can do it. Almost 6 years ago in this very neighborhood, the first Salkehatchie I ever worked on, we replaced a very large roof, tore that house all the way down to the rafters, and redid the roof. It was interesting because we threw a lot of kids and adults and helpers from across St. Mark and folks helping with Salkehatchie. What was really interesting to me when I think about it was the number of people in the area that decided to drive around and see what was happening. They wanted to see, just like the people in Jerusalem wanted to see Jesus, and they got to see that love that only we can do today. Because ultimately we want them to see the cross in the end, but yet we'll have to do it through our love. Jesus comes in knowing what is happening. He knows the end game. He knows what will be Friday. And yet he comes in, Hosanna in the highest. Adam Hamilton challenges us to be an Easter people. So often we get caught up in Christmas, but yet if we don't have Easter, Christmas doesn't mean much. Are we living a life worthy of the sacrifice that'll be paid and that we celebrate on Friday? As Christians, we ought to walk in love all the time. A sacrificial love, not asking for anything in return. Jesus was about showing that love this Holy Week. And in the midst of it, the people will shout and sing his name. I hope this Holy Week you might show a little extra love. When somebody asks you about it, you might remind them that you love them and your actions and service come from the love Jesus has poured out on you. Maybe then they'll be able to sing Hosanna in the highest. Welcome the Messiah, Son of David. Hope you have a great week. God bless.